Welcome to the Pirate Broadcast, where we interview interesting people doing interesting things, where you can expand your connections, your community. Kindness is cool and smiles are free. And let's get this party started. Welcome back to the Pirate Broadcast, and we're going to be talking about sales today. Everybody wants some. Everybody needs some. And we're going to talk to Jason and find out how to get some. Morning, Jason. How you doing, my friend?
Good afternoon, should I say? I'm in the future and you're in the past. Remember that. So I can tell you what the
future,
weather's
Jason.
gonna be like. Yes, I appreciate the very kind introduction, and I'm absolutely delighted to be on your show today. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's nice to be interviewed for a change, as opposed to interview other people. So thank you for that.
Yeah. It's you're on the other side of the mic now, so I can interrogate you.
Yes, please do. Interrogate away. Please ask me loads of questions or whatever. So yeah, I can maybe learn some tips from yourself.
Well, one of the things that I really believe in strongly, and I think that you probably follow the same idea and the same concept of relationships.
Yeah.
Building community or building relationships in the community, and knowing that there are advantages of having people that and that can help you and give you feedback and tell you when you're off course and saying, wow, that seems to kind of be strange. And
yeah.
So for those that don't know you though, Jason, I know that there may be 4 or 5 people in the community that may not know you yet. So give us the elevator speech that you would not like to share, that people could get to know you a little better.
So basically my approach really runs around critical areas of self-motivation, personal relationship, and individual tenacity. So I look for people that want to grow and want to change their ideas and the way that they've done things and always done things. And I want to, as you say, you spoke about relationships just then. I think it's all about relationships. Mm-hmm. How can we start a relationship, which is selling or sales or serving others? How can we build and how can we maintain for the long term? And the reason why I work in this approach, because I've known people for many years, customers that I've known for many years, personal relationships that I've known for many years. So I rebranded myself recently as the sales relationship coach because I believe that it's all about relationships. How can we build better relationships that we can serve other people in a more value-based basis, that we never sell to them? Because what we do is we help people buy. We don't ever sell. And that's the key thing. We're all in sales, really. Fundamentally, you're in sales, I'm in sales. Every single one that we speak to is in sales of one degree or another. But when you actually put down that you're a salesperson or whatever, sometimes the connotations in your head is the double glazing car secondhand salesperson, which is very sort of 1980s, and that we've moved on so much more from that. So I like to think is to use in the area of helping people understand who they are, helping other people to see from their perspective and go inside the other person's head. And I'm really into the psychology behind that and the behaviors of how we do that. What can we do to make a massive impact on someone else, with someone else, or for someone else? I believe it's all about people skills and understanding how well we can use our authentic self with others to build those good long-term relationships. But, relationships start very small. You don't impose yourself on every single person that you meet, because they automatically get the stand back and go, hang on a minute, this is not quite right. But as you know, if I did that to you and all of a sudden your barriers would come up and your hands would go up, so Jason, stop it, leave me alone, it's too much for you. Time out, the big time out. But it's not like that in the real world, as you know.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree. I want to dive a little deeper though, because as you're talking through this, Jason, I think it's important to understand that not everybody even, and this is one of the things I struggle with all the time. Complete transparency is if I think I know it and it's something that's easy for me to do,
Yeah.
it doesn't have as much value as something that I have to work for.
Yeah.
Therefore, I give it away. And the reality is that the things that come easy to me or to anyone, and the thing that they really enjoy doing, if they can actually do that and help add value to somebody else's world with that, that's valuable. That's priceless
Yeah.
in some time.
Yeah, it is. It is, and I totally agree with you. It is like you and I, we have to work really hard on ourselves and redevelop ourselves so we can serve others, because we have to educate ourselves. And the more we educate ourselves, that's why I teach people and coach people, because I find value in that. Because the more I can do that, then I think I've served them in a right way and given them the right sort of core skills that they can actually serve others. So that's the way I look at my my methodologies, by how I help people grow and learn and get that little sparkle in people's eyes. But in order for me to do that, I have to learn phenomenal amounts. And I still am learning phenomenal amounts about how I can best facilitate using what we have around us and all the tools, the Zooms and whatever else, and understand the latest methodologies that are out there. That's why I go on to so many learning and development workshops, so I can understand and how I can serve others in a better way. And then I have to actually help myself, but understanding the latest sales processes, like using neuroscience and neurology and what goes on inside of people's brains, so you can understand what goes inside the buyer's brain, so you can best serve them.
Absolutely. And I just want to remind everybody today that Jason has been kind enough to donate some 30-minute strategy calls. We're going to be doing the Pirate Nation giveaway. So if you have any interest in learning more or jumping in or being part of the pirate community, type in hashtag Pirate Nation and in the comments and drop that hash. Sarathi won yesterday, so we want to make sure that you're available and you can win, and you can win as many times as you can enter. And I just wanted to put that out there. We're going to be doing this on the Pirate broadcast every day. We're going to be giving away things. We're going to be contributing back and adding value to the community. So share this information, share it out, and make sure that you're providing the value to others to catch up with resources like Jason. And it's an amazing that you're here, Jason, and thank you so much for contributing to that cause. So
no, that's absolutely not a problem, because I always think about reciprocation. Everything's reciprocal. So whether I help and add value to someone else, which I hope they will make an impact in what they do. So if I can do that, that'd be absolutely awesome. And I can see people in your chat here, because I use StreamYard. So I can see Tracy, Howard, Wendy, and I can't pronounce. Anyway, there's a lot of people in the room. So I can help add value on whatever strategies, whatever challenges that they might have right now, whether it's basic or advanced or whatever it might be in their sales strategy, so they can in turn help others to get what they want.
Yeah. Howard says the key that a true relationship is based on is authenticity and trust.
Absolutely.
Howard's an awesome individual, and I trust the guy for great advice all the time. So he's really another one. Another one I depend on is Wendy. Welcome to the Pirate Posse, Jason. Massive impact are actually the Admiral's middle names. Love you, Wendy. Thank you. And Sarathi says, hi, Jason and Russ and Pirates. Thank you so much. Type in Pirate Nation today, and we'll get you dialed in here. So, and Tracy, she's the producer. I love her. She takes care of all my stuff. So I depend on her every single day. So, Jason, I want to come down to the site. I'm sorry, go
Sorry,
ahead.
I was just about to call your hashtag out then. So hashtag pirate broadcast.
Yeah, it's hashtag Pirate Nation is what I think I put out there. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I think I put it in here.
You put on the middle,
There you
sorry,
go.
that way.
Type Pirate Nation. There you go. All right. So if you type that hashtag in there, we already have some entries in the thing. So I know it's working. All right. Woohoo.
Brilliant. Awesome. It's good
Yes.
when technology works. That's
Yes.
awesome.
So Jason, I want to come to the psychology of the sales process, because I just think that for myself, this is just me speaking, is when I can actually add value and people have a problem that is in line with that value,
Mhm.
it's just a conversation. There's not really a sales process that takes place.
Yeah.
And talk about that a little bit.
So people like themselves. So I think the number one thing that you always have to get across is before you ever step into a sales arena or whatever, I always like to say, understand your mindset and also understand your purpose of the reasons why you want to sell that product or that service. What does the dreams and the values do for you once you do sell? So what is that going to enable you to do? Is that going to enable you to have a better life? Ask yourself another question is, what else would happen once you do achieve those goals and those aspirations? And have that opened mindset that you can actually achieve your goals once you set yourself to success. I think the mindset is the most imperative and most important thing, even before you start speaking with a client and customer. Understand your own physiology, understand your own state management. If you've had several calls or you come into work and you've had a bad day getting into the office, not that we're going that far at the moment, but understanding your state management, because that's hugely important. Understanding your own physiology. Are you sitting upright? Are you sitting straight? Are you breathing okay? Are you smiling? Because people like I can notice that you had a little smile underneath your beard there. So that is really, really nice for people to actually have, even before you get into any sort of sales methodologies or anything like that. I think it's always the mindset, the purpose, the belief that you can do it. And as you say, if you push money aside and everything else, you are just having a conversation and you are helping someone else achieve their dreams, their desires, and be better at their job or what they do. Because it's never about you, it's always about the other person. So if you can detach yourself about thinking of a script and all of that other stuff, I think it's good to practice and understand what your products and services actually are. But I'll take it up to the next level, is being known for an expert, being known that you are credible. You're the most credible person out there. You stand by authority because you understand your product, your features, your function. You understand also your other competitors' products, features, functionality. You understand that the market is more educated than you think, because we got this wonderful world of internet. People are more educated than ever before. So your job is, number one, is to maybe help them see things from a different perspective, help them see what the world is like, and hopefully will fit into your business or whatever it might look and feel like. But you never sell to them. You always serve them in the best way that you possibly can. And again, empathy is massive. The more empathetic that you can be and listen and understand and listen in your head, then you ask a question based about what you've heard. And I think that's the most important thing, is to use these two flappy things on your ears. And I'm going to stick mine out, because the more you listen, the more you know, the more you know, the more you understand, then the more you can ask a wonderful, smart question based on the challenges, the opportunities, whatever about the other person.
I really love that. And just having an understanding and listening to understand and not respond is something that we talk about on the pirate broadcast all the time. And it's really important. It's critical to understand that, what is the pain that they're going through? What is the individual's pain that they're looking to solve? And like you said, the psychology of that is something that we need to speak to in order to identify what we can do to help individuals with that problem.
Yeah.
The other thing that I want to ask is Marcia, who's an awesome individual and a pirate, and she's been doing some. She's going to be contributing to the pirate store. I don't know if anybody knows that there is a pirate store, pirate treasure, hidden in the Russ John's website, but you can go check it out if you want. Marcia asks, can you talk about selling to folks on e-commerce versus face-to-face with buyers? And I think this is absolutely critical to where we are right now, because the psychology of the conversation still has to be intact, even if we're not having a direct conversation, like sales pages, email, communications, the talking style, the impact we're making on the communication. Maybe you could talk a little bit about that psychology, Jason, and give us some ideas that we can use.
Psychology about talking to folks on e-commerce versus face-to-face with buyers. Like, e-commerce is slightly different. I think when you sell or when you serve to people on an e-commerce site, I think you have to respond to people's requests, because you're on an e-commerce platform, the likes of Amazon or all of those sort of wonderful, lovely big sites. I think if you pose a question, and it is probably like a buyer's market there specifically, but I think you have to get back to the person very quickly. Something that I use and I find quite powerful within email communication is forget the text. I don't use text anymore. I use video. I respond to people with video. And I used a wonderful tool called Vidyard. There's plenty of them out there, but it adds within 30 seconds, I can write War and Peace in a big text dialogue. Number one, they can hear what I sound like.
Yeah.
They can see me. They can build that trust and that connection with me in a more of an empathetic way, as opposed to me writing lots and lots of text about that. Because it's all about one-on-one relationships and how to build trust and how to build your own integrity and credibility. I do it by video because I find that's more of an impact. Exactly what we're doing now.
Yeah.
But when I send an email, I do exactly the same.
Well, I'm a huge fan of Dub, which is a tool that is video focused. It's communications. It's follow up. It's an email. You can actually use it in your LinkedIn profile and DMs and things like that. Yeah. And it's incredibly powerful. And it's one of the ways that I booked hundreds of episodes of the Pirate Broadcast.
And that's how I found about you. Exactly. Yeah. I didn't answer the second question. So I think it's online as opposed to face-to-face. People like themselves. There's something to do with our bodies that we're chemical related. So you do build on a face-to-face meeting a little bit more, I don't know, rapport. You can actually, or elbow them. I mean, elbow them, not, you can't handshake anymore, but you go with the elbows. So there is something a lot more, I don't know, pleasing. There's something a lot more, I don't know, filters through your body a little bit better, that you can see the whole body, you can check everything. But online, I can still see your face. I can still see if you're focusing in on what I'm saying, or whether your eyes are going off in a different direction and you're thinking about the weather or what you're going to have for dinner tonight, or whatever else. So yeah, there's a bit of both, really. I like a bit of both, really. There's a bit of blend in there.
Yeah, I just think, from my experience long term in years of being in email mostly, is typing out a message that someone else can relate to. It's not about me. It's about how we're solving problems together, providing a solution to a specific problem and speak to a specific problem in that way. Because not everybody thinks like you do, and that's the one thing that a lot of online marketers have a challenge with, is they think that everybody's thinking about the problem like they think.
Yeah.
And it's always good to do some research in psychology and figure out, okay, what do people really need? And that's what I've been thinking a lot about, is like, I produce shows for other people, and I have a very effective program, and, I've been able to put broadcasts together every single day, and the Pirate Syndicate provides that service to other people. In fact, Jimmy Jam, he's a client, looking great points, Jason. Listening is key. Absolutely. And the reality is that you have to understand what the individual is searching for, and then speak to what they're searching for, not what you think they're searching for.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's where a lot of mistakes are made, is you talk at them and you think you've got to sell, but you haven't done anything. All you've done is like throw a lot of stuff, and hopefully some of it would have stuck. But the key, another thing I was thinking about while I was talking, and just to come back to your point a few moments ago, it's a collaborative effort.
Mm-hmm.
You meet them in their world and you work with them to both find the answer. And it's a collaborative. Some of the most sophisticated sales professionals at the moment work with them in the same space. And they're both invested into, once you get over the rapport, once you get over everything else. But I think it's all, you work with the opportunity together, and you're both invested within the process, and you're helping one another. But obviously you're helping the client more so get to what they want to have, and what they need to have, and what the challenges they're facing. As soon as you can find the opportunities there, then you work with them to help them get to where they need to go.
Wow. That reminds me of a style a friend used to talk about. It's called same side selling. It's like you're working with somebody to solve a problem. You just happen to have one option, and you might not have the best option. It's one of the options. So if you can help unpack all of the essence of what they're looking to solve, what problem they're looking to create a solution for, and if yours fits in, great. If it doesn't, then you're also a trusted advisor that they could rely on, say, hey, thanks for helping me understand what I'm looking for.
I was on that point, actually, Russ, is sometimes you just cannot sell to them or serve them or whatever. Sometimes you just have to go, there's no point in sticking a square peg in a round hole, because you cannot do it. It just doesn't fit. So your best bet is to say, I think you're perfect for what you do have. I cannot give you anything else. I think you best carry on the way that you've done it, because that builds that circle of trust, because they're going to remember you, because all of a sudden you've actually been the guide. You've actually been those sort of person that they go, oh, I like that person, because they're not doing anything. They're not giving me anything that they've got in their artillery of product, services, and all of that. But sometimes you just have to go, no means not now. And you're that trusted advisor. And then they're going to refer you over to someone else that might need what you have, because then you work on the same levels there.
Yeah. And then you become, I mean, I've done great work with lots of friends. And so it's like, sometimes your clients become your friends before they become clients.
Absolutely. I think that's the best way sometimes, but like, you're building those relationships, you're building that rapport, no means not right now. It could be 6 months, it could be a year time before they come back to you and go, well, Russ, you were such a nice guy, and Jen, at that time, you really helped me out. You gave me some really good practical advice on this, that, and the other. And then you come back to them. It happened to me today, actually. I helped someone else out, and I was their client. And I coached them about four years ago, I think, but suddenly remembered, I'm going to add value back to you. I'm going to help you out by giving you some advice here and help them. So, you know, it's a two-way street.
Yeah.
But if you can treat it like that, I think that's a good way of doing it. It's all about relationships again. I've gone round in that 360 circle again. It's those authentic relationships.
And you know, like I say, kindness is cool, right?
It is. Yeah.
And sometimes it actually provides a little bit of benefit when you actually go out there and practice it for real. Hey, I just want to remind everybody, Monique is here. Good morning. How are you? Angie,
Hey.
Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for being here. Pirate Nation, got it on the books here. Just want to remind everybody, if you want to receive this phenomenal gift from Jason, we're giving away, what is it, Jason? 30 minutes of strategy support call?
Yeah, it might go over a little bit over than that, but once we get over the rapport levels and start talking about the weather and everything else.
Yes.
But it would be a little bit more than that, I would have thought. But if I can add value, happy days, and I'd be really happy to do that. And I thank you so much for being on this. And I'm sure you can add value to me and I can add value to you going forward. You've got a phenomenal network of people here. So that's really cool as well.
Well, hopefully the pirate community continues to grow, and by sharing this information, producing some new people in the community and bringing people in that you feel that would be a good fit. Just share it out. If you like this, subscribe. All of the good things that are necessary to keep social media moving forward. Love it and appreciate it. Jason, how do you like people to get a hold of you? How is the best way for people to track you down?
I'm hiding. I can't be found. I'm only joking. You can find me at jasoncooper.io or jcooper@jasoncooper.io. Find me on here. I'm always on LinkedIn. So I'm always lurking around. You can connect with me on here. You'll be able to find me anyway.
Talk about your podcast.
Yes.
Tell us about your podcast as well.
Oh, thank you. Give me the opportunity to vlog my podcast. So I've actually got two podcasts going. I've got the Mindful Leadership podcast where I speak to global leaders, billionaires, coaches, psychologists, everything to do with leadership. But I skirt around the subject of leadership. Then the Global Sales Leader podcast, where I speak to phenomenal people that have an edge, like behaviorists, body language experts, voice experts as well. I just interviewed a phenomenal, one of the best European voice experts. I've had to split it up into two parts. Really, really, really good. If you want to learn how to use your voice to persuade and influence and present better than you've ever done before, definitely worth listening to. And I was lucky enough, I don't know how I did it, but someone recognized it as the top sales leader podcast you must follow in 2021. If you want to listen and follow, it's up to you. I just listen and learn. This is my MBA. My MBA is to speak to some phenomenal people around the world like yourself, Russ, and how I can learn and grow, and how I can feed that forward so the audience learns and grow as well at the same time. So that's my ethos behind my podcast channel, or what I do.
I love it. So what would you suggest for people that are listening to this podcast? What would be the reason people would want to listen to this episode and catch your wisdom?
If they can learn one thing and one thing only, use your voice, use your physiology. Oh, I've covered 1, 2, 3, or 4 things here. Make sure that you always have a positive intent of everything that you do, and make sure that you use those big things on your head and have a good, wonderful mindset and to move forward every day.
Fantastic. Jason, it's a pleasure. Now, here's the time that we get to share the love with the community and provide an award-winning podcaster and sales expert in the world to win a prize. It's not just a prize; it's It's a gateway to build relationships, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's see if we can do this. I'll get this up here. All right, we're going to draw.
Oh, you're very technical here. That's really cool. Can you teach me how to do this?
I can teach
Love
you
it.
how to do this. Marcia, I have to tell you about Marcia. So Marcia is this amazing individual I know and love. And I met her through Howard Kaufman, who is, she owns Stay Well Copper. I'm putting this out. She has these copper. I don't know if I can see that or not. Can you see
Oh, yeah,
that?
I can see that. Yeah.
Pirate Syndicate. So Stay Well Copper is an opportunity to actually kill germs, one pirate at a time, because copper kills germs, and you use it. You put it on the back of your phone. You can put it on the back of your phone. I got it on the back of my phone. I got it on the back of my phone here, and you can actually use it to just kill your germs, because copper is a natural bacteria killer, and you can actually go out there and do that. So Marcia's the winner. You need to connect. We'll connect offline and reach out, make those connections, introductions, and it'll be an amazing time. So
awesome. Oh,
Jason,
looking forward to that already.
Thank you so much. It's been a wonderful conversation. Thank you for adding value to the community. I really look forward to putting everything in place and position to move forward with this. And as always, everyone, kindness is cool. Smiles are free. And you enjoy the day. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining the Pirate Broadcast. If you found this content valuable, please like, comment, and share it across your social media channels. I would love the opportunity to help others grow in their business. The Pirate Syndicate is a platform where you show up, we produce the show. It's that easy. If you want to be seen, be heard, and be talked about, join the Pirate Syndicate